Many of you probably know Baldi's Basics in Education and Learning, that weird horror game that looks like a broken 90s edutainment program. But what most people don't know is that Baldi wasn't the first one to try teaching math like this. Back in 1969, Sega tried to make learning fun for kids. And the result was Sonic's Schoolhouse. But unlike Baldi's Basics, this wasn't meant to be creepy at all. It was supposed to be colorful, fun, and actually educational.
Welcome to Sonic's Schoolhouse.
So first, you're dropped into this slightly aged-looking menu. Before you can start, Sonic asks you for your name and offers to help. In a voice that sounds like he's been inhaling helium all afternoon.
Hi there, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. You're going to play in my schoolhouse.
And then you pick an animal, your student avatar. These models look like they escaped from a 90s CD-ROM commercial. And honestly, they don't really fit into Sonic's world, do they? The point is, Sonic Schoolhouse didn't actually start as a Sonic game. It began as a learning game called Answer Hunt, developed by a company called BAP Interactive. And at that point, there was no Sonic at all. The original mascot was actually a talking clock. The studio showed it to Sega, and Sega basically said something like, "Oh, cool! Let's slap Sonic on it, that will say better." And boom! The clock was replaced by our blue hedgehog. The whole thing ran on the i3D engine, the same one used in a horror game that's called Bloodwing's Pumpkinhead's Revenge. So, yeah, Sonic Schoolhouse literally shares tag with a horror title, and that explains a lot. Teachers and child psychologists actually help with the content, but the devs later said the process was kind of painful. The tag was way too limited for what they wanted to do. Maybe that's why so much of the game feels off. Sega's own CEO at the time, Shinobu Toyoda, even called it like Doom for kids. But instead of dark hallways and monsters, you're in a brightly colored 3D schoolhouse. Yep, Sega really called it Doom for kids. Instead of fighting enemies, you get the cheerful Sonic that is cheering on you. Yay! So, what do you actually do in this game? You walk through the school in first-person view. Everything's made of flat walls and right angles. Sonic himself isn't playable. You control one of the 10 absolutely non-creepy animal students, while Sonic acts as a teacher, guiding you, commenting on everything, and constantly cheering you on. You have to collect numbers, letters, or animals, and you have to bring them to the right classroom. Every time you answer correctly, Sonic congratulates you, and you move on through the corridors.
Great answer.
Sounds harmless, right? Until you realize you're completely alone. No classmates, no teachers, just Sonic. And he's everywhere. He's outside,
Hello
inside, and sometimes both at once. You see him in the window, and at the same time, he's greeting you in the hallway. What? It's like Sonic cloning himself? A digital doppelganger following your every move? Okay, maybe it was just easier to program it like that back then, but still uncanny. The whole look-alike is plastic, shiny, way too bright. The saturation is so high. It has that classic early CGI vibe. It's kinda half kids show and half fever dream. Okay, let's be honest, this game was never meant to be scary. But the empty school, Sonic following you everywhere, the math problems, which honestly are my personal nightmare, that weird early CGI log, and the music. Seriously, what is that music? And together, it turns this kid-friendly learning game into something genuinely unsettling. Oh, and there's a multiplayer mode. Yeah, no joke. You can actually play this game with a friend and see their creepy animal avatar walking around. Why are those so terrifying? Sonic Schoolhouse is a typical game of its time, an attempt to make learning cool that somehow ended up between edutainment and a nightmare fuel. It's weird, unsettling, and kind of fascinating. Unsurprisingly, there was never a sequel, but honestly, for Halloween it's perfect. Did you know about Sonic Schoolhouse, and would you like to try the game by yourself? Let me know in the comments!
Huh?